What's up, everybody? Man, after a unexpected delay over there with, audio issues to start with, and then getting that fixed and ended up breaking a controller at one point, it is finally trophy hunting week here on the channel. We're going to be doing the Championship 4 race here in the Truck Series over at Phoenix Raceway, and we'll see if we can add to the Dirt Tour title that we got earlier this season. But just as a refresher, because of the delay in the videos, and then also the craziness of that Charlotte or of the Martinsville race at the end, in the last video, these are going to be the three drivers that we're battling this week. We've got ThorSport teammates Johnny Sauter and Grant Enfinger that we're going up against. Sauter's won twice this season at Gateway and Canadian Tire, while Enfinger's won at Vegas, Charlotte, and Bristol. And then additionally, we got Stuart Friesen, who also snuck into this final battle. And that was kind of crazy. He overcame an 18-point deficit going into Martinsville just to make it to this race. But he hasn't won a race yet this season, so wouldn't that be something if he still snuck out the title in the end? But yeah, with that refresher in mind, we're going to go hit the track, and then we'll see how qualifying goes.
Go, go, go.
All right, well, we'll see how this one goes. The goal time up there is a 27.317, and right at the end of the practice, I finally was kind of getting down there, but it's not been a consistent time for me. Normally I was hitting about 27.3s to 27.4s, although I did dip into a 27.17 as my best lap, so we'll see how this one is. But yeah, normally with practice sessions in the Truck Series, I'll do like 10 or 15 minutes just to get used to a track and kind of get an idea of how long my my fuel run can go and stuff. But this time I've done about a full 50 minutes, so just have not felt comfortable with this track yet at all. But I don't know, we'll see how this one goes. I feel okay so far on this qualifying lap. I don't think it's going to beat goal time now.
Let's see where that puts you.
Oh, Sam, it did. So we got a top 10 starting spot tonight. I thought that was heading for a 27.4 for sure. But yeah, let's see. So I'm 9th. My teammate over there is in 6th. Sauter and Enfinger are 4th and 5th, and Friesen's on the pole. So, damn. All of us playoff, Championship 4 drivers are in the top 9 to start this race. So this ought to be a good one. Let's see if we can make some noise on the track. All right, well, that was some big news there on the bottom when the stories of the race popped up. So Johnny Sauter, one of the Championship 4 drivers, is having to go to the back from 5th place, so we're going to be starting 8th instead of 9th. But he was honestly my pick to win this, so the fact that he's dropping all the way to the back, maybe it's Enfinger's kind of the favorite now, but I don't know. It gives us a little bit of a better shot, so. Well, at least until he goes just freaking missile and absolutely comes back up to the front, I guess. But yeah, I mean, ultimately the goal for stage 1 here is the same as every other race that we've done this season. Basically trying to learn more about how the starts are going to go, or starts and restarts, which, so far feels like my truck's okay-ish. Also trying to get a feel for, do I need to tighten my truck, because I'm probably a little bit more loose on the truck than I normally am. But when I was going through practice a ton with a ton of the different setups from people I would normally, kind of look at beforehand, and I don't know if it was just my driving style or what, but I kept cooking tires left and right in practice. It'd be, 4 or 5 laps, and I'd have okay speed for about 2 or 3 of them. But then all of a sudden I was needing tires for a, basically burning up the right front, especially on a lot of them. And I was like, I can't pit every 4 to 5 laps. So eventually I found the setup I liked, at least as a base, tweaked it a little bit more, and I got what I got, now. And ultimately, like right now, I feel pretty okay with my my truck. I kind of botched that, but that was more on me than the setup. So we'll see. I've moved up 2 spots so far. I'm trying to hold off. Looks like Moffat. Yeah, Moffat. And now that it's starting to space out a little bit, I'm starting to run my line a little bit more that I was running in practice more so than anything. It's always tough at the start when everything's just kind of bunched up and AI is trying to get inside on you and everything. Yeah, ultimately the goal for stage 1 at the end of this is, again, you know, if I could stay top 10, I normally will try to at least maintain what my starting position was. So 8th is the goal, but we're +2 on that right now, so see if we can get a few more positions here. Because right now that 52 has been a strong little truck. Hadn't won a race all year and picked a good time to have a dominant truck, it looks like. I feel like my last couple laps I've driven like crap on the line. I tend to use the red logos on the wall over there. I think those are Gatorade, if I remember right. Kind of as a when to let off, when to get back in the throttle. The cones over here are kind of when I'm trying to get off of the throttle, and then I'm using the Geico restart just before then as my cue to get back in the throttle. But I'm running some of the worst lap times I think I've run, you know, all session, so let's see if this one's a little bit better. I think I timed it up a little bit more. And looks like we got a battle for the lead up front finally. Yeah, 99 takes over the lead right here at the end. We ran a little bit of a better lap, so I'm going to see if I can try to pass my teammate here in a second. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to make too many adjustments on the first pit stop, which should be, I believe, in between this stage. At least I'll be pitting in between the stage because I know my tires ain't going to last another 10 laps. So, yeah, we're at like 40s and 50s on the tires, so. And we would have enough fuel to get through stage 2 anyway, so. See if I can get inside the 45 here. Steal 5th right at the end of the stage 1.
Still there.
Had to get a little bit of a bump in there, but we have done it, so. Yeah, I feel pretty good on that. Gained 3 spots on stage 1. Infinger 2nd, Friesen 3rd, and we're at 5th. See if I can find where Sauter's at right now. He's already moved up from 32nd to 22nd, so. See how it goes after pit stops, but that's at least a pretty solid stage 1. Alright, well, the pit crew did their job. We got a spot. So, starting 4th. Stage 2 here, which is going to be 9 laps this time instead of 10. Basically build off of stage 1. Yeah, I felt really good with where the truck was at. Didn't make any adjustments on the pit stop, just mainly was trying to, wow, I'm not gonna lie, was not expecting to get to the lead when I went on that one. So we're actually gonna lead, it looks like a lap in stage 2 here, so yeah, that caught me all the way off guard. But yeah, what I was going to say was, you know, the goal of stage 2 is to, you know, still remain in the top 5 at the end of this. And just be consistent. No adjustments got made. Truck felt fine. So, a little bit of a different scenario now, trying to expand the lead instead of trying to move up. But yeah, there goes the 98 there, so. Right now, it looks like the top 3 are all championship 4 drivers. This would be a crazy-ass battle in real life if you saw that. Yeah, my big worry right now when I get you know, kind of coming off of 4 there. It's just I get a little bit too loose, so I could potentially tighten the truck. And that might be something I'll look at the end of the stage when we get to the next round of pit stops, but just seems like I let off the throttle early going into it, and the AI, the way it comes in, just almost freight trains it a little bit, so. And then I also allow myself to go up way too high up the track a lot of times, and then I get passed inside, so. One good thing is, so far from what I've kind of gathered, you know, just looking at it, I think if we have a late restart, I'll have a really good truck, because I've had 2 pretty solid restarts and starts. The longer the run goes is where I think things are going to get a little bit more sketchy for me. Right now it is a fight just to be in the top 5. Like, I'm not allowing my truck to turn enough compared to where I want it to be. And then I get everybody kind of peeking inside, and I'm just trying to hold on to dear life, honestly. So I may fall all the way back down to, you know, 8th, 10th, somewhere around there if I can't fix that here shortly. But yeah, right now it's the Infinger show. He's got the best truck, so we'll figure out something here. We got 2 more laps this stage after we come back to the checker here. And it feels like I'm starting to... I was going to say, starting to gain some speed back and wear, and then I about took out the 45, so whoops, my bad. Apparently they've wrecked behind us, so yeah, we are 5th place again. So Enfinger gets the stage win, Friesen's 2nd, I'm 5th, and Sauter has moved up in the top 15, so we'll see how that goes for him. There's going to be 1 more pit stop after this, but so far the tire wear has been pretty solid. I know I can get about 14 or 15 laps on fuel from running it in practice. So we're going to pit now and set up a final stage, possibly the final one in the 63 truck. We'll see how that goes. Alright, pit crew did their job again, starting 4th. And man, this is kind of where everything comes together. The final stage. You know, we're going to have 14 laps, I think I just saw, to try to win a championship here. And then we'll see kind of what the future of the, you know, the team is going to be, because I remember near when the playoffs started, we had the whole thing with Mike Harmon racing and Xfinity pop up, but there hasn't been any contract offers, so I'm interested to see if we're going to be moving up after this season, or if, you know, we're going to be back in trucks again, so. If we're back in trucks, I'll probably end up doing my own team or something, or we'll go from there. But yeah, these could be the last laps in this 63, which is a little bit sad. Like, this has been a pretty fun season. No matter what happens here, the fact that I was able to come to trucks, get, you know, 6 wins, possible championship run, I feel pretty good with all that. Like, obviously, I'd much rather win it. And then as far as the fuel window goes here, when it showed on the pit preview, it was like estimated at 16, and I was at 16 remaining, so we'll see what's going on with the 98 and kind of where everything's at here in a minute. So right now I'm trying to keep up with the 52 as well, but if I feel like I'm not going to make it on a you know, on the next pit stop or whatever, just I might try to stretch it. Oof. I'm so glad the 23 was there to save me, because I was losing it. Yeah, my truck is getting a little bit more loose than I want it to be, but didn't really tighten it up
on that last pit stop because I was liking how it was getting at the very end of the stage, but I'm starting to feel a little bit more now.
Still there.
But yeah, I'd try to stay out and see if I could stretch the fuel mileage. So looking at it, it says my estimated fuel is 11 laps. There's 9 to go. I should be okay there. But I think that a little bobble just a few laps ago has probably cost me a shot here. Unless you get something stupid like the Martinsville race again, where everybody pits with like 2 laps to go. Actually, I said that about the 98. It looks like somebody's hauling them in.
Car outside. Hold your line. All right, you're clear.
Yeah, I'm having to let off a little bit earlier in the turns because I'm sliding up a little bit more on the track, so if I do make a pit stop, I might tighten it up a touch, but
Still there.
I don't think we got it. It's just, even if the 98 falls back, 52 is pulled away a little bit now too, so yeah, it kind of sucks, you know, but it is what it is.
Got one inside. Load's clear.
Right now, the biggest thing to try to make up any time is I'm going to be trying to cut off the dog leg a little bit here and yeah, see if I can keep my truck off the wall.
Careful. Still there.
My tires should be good through the end of this, so that's a positive.
Careful. Still there. Five to go. Five to go.
Yeah, the disappointment's kind of hidden right now that this, 6-win season is not going to be enough to probably get the title right now, so. Yeah, well, if I can at least maintain the top 10 too, that was the goal going into it as far as the game, but I mean, ThorSport's a tough team on here, so I'm interested to see where Sauter is going to end up. Oh, damn. He's 2 behind me. Alright, at the very least, if I'm not going to win the title, don't let me be, like, dead last of the championship 4 either, because that would kind of suck. See a dude go from literally the back of the field all the way up and catch you.
Still there.
But 2 to go right now.
2 to go.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the truck, it's a little loose, but it's held up well, especially considering everything I was dealing with trying to even get it in a position that was good enough to drive, so I can't be too mad at a top 10 on the first time I've been at Phoenix and stuff. It's just, hat tip to the 98 over there. Looks like they're going to run away with the title.
White flag. Bring it home. Hold your line. Got one outside. All the way to the wall.
Alright, we got at least 1 spot back, so take that, Johnny Sauter. You ain't catching me. Alright, 98 is your champion, so shout out to Enfinger. Whoa.
Drivers, top 10.
Whoops. Oh, man. That's embarrassing. What? don't think I won the championship. Alright, honestly, I'm kind of confused, so just gonna smile and wave and alright, so I have no idea exactly what happened there, but definitely did not win the title, even though the game is saying I did. But let's see if we're moving up or not. Hey, we are. So yeah, we're gonna move on from the truck series after that. What a way to go out. And who are we going with over on the Xfinity side? Is it Mike Harmon Racing, or do I get to choose a team? Oh, so we get to move up with Joe Gibbs Racing, it looks like. Yeah, no. that's not a lot of money. Hey, you know what? Let's keep moving up the pipeline. We're gonna go to Joe Gibbs Racing and I drive my own car here. And let's get to work and see what this car is gonna look like real quick. Alright, well, we're gonna keep our 63 car, but now we're moving up to Joe Gibbs Racing, and it's going to be the Brandt, Toyota now, so I tried to get the numbers as close as I could to the Joe Gibbs Racing font, although I do wish they would allow you to kind of use team fonts, but yeah, some of the number fonts in this game were not very good back in 2020, so hopefully the new iRacing one has a little bit more options, but alright, so not only did we get our car set up, apparently we're on the hot seat for the our hot seat shortlist for the Cup Series, so the ultimate goal of this series at the start of it was just to win a race in the Cup Series in that 63 car, so that was one of the car numbers that had never won a race, so it's just one step closer. But I'm excited to get the next season underway, so stay tuned, and hopefully y'all enjoyed. Sad that couldn't get the Truck Series title, but it is what it is. We move on. So catch y'all next time.